Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Escape Art by Scott, and I will be doing a little video here on how to paint with acrylics. And today, what will be doing is a little rolling hills and some grassy areas, okay, and some trees, and of course the sky. And if you watch my other videos, you can know right off that I can paint a whole lot better than I can talk. So I'm going to go ahead and get right to it. First thing what I'm going to do is paint the sky, and I'm going to put some white paint on a brush, and I'm just going to brush in some white up here so I can blend my blue into the canvas here. So in order to save time and everything, I'm going to shut the camera off and go ahead and put this white in. Anyone can do that. Just put it on a little brush and just brush in some white on top of where you're going to put your sky at. Alright, and then I'll be right back. Now I'm going to come back here with some phthalo blue. I got my white on. I'm going to come back here with some phthalo blue. And that's the way your brush should look like when you load your brush up. And so just come up here wherever you want to. This is how I do mine. I just come right in here and I don't mess around with it. Leave some white areas, areas where there's no paint. Okay. And then what you do is just blend it up. And just keep on blending right on up. And you really need to go, probably need to blend from the bottom to the top, because at the top is your darker color, what you want. And if you blend from the top to the bottom, you're going to take care of some of that paint down here, which will darken up this area right here. You don't want that area dark. Leave your top dark. And just blend it in, something like that. I've seen so many people putting brown and red and all these other colors in the skies. Look, man, when I look at the sky, it's blue. If it's a nice sunny day, which this is, you know, it's going to be a blue sky. I don't see browns and reds and greens and purples. I just don't see it. So if I don't see it, then I don't paint it. And something like that. And I'm just going to leave it alone. Now, one thing I would like to add is that something new I got is this light up here. I got a light shining down so I can see a little better. But looking on the monitor on my camera, yeah, you know, it's a little shiny right here. So I hope that ain't disturbing you at all. I hope you can see it. And there, I might put a little blue right up in here somewhere. Yep. Just to darken that up a little bit more. There it is. And just go over lightly, just take out the brush strokes. Don't blend it out too much because it just look like a dull color, just one color. You don't want that. You want to like have a little action in your sky, okay? Alright, I got me some, mixed up some color for my hills, my rolling hills. And what I've done, I just mixed up me some black and some blue and some white and made a little blue-gray color. And I want this, my first set of hills to be really light. And let me see here. I want even lighter than what I got. I want to come back in here and just lighten it up a little bit more. And the thing about your rolling hills is that don't make them so even, like the hills and all. Make them some a little bigger. I want to make this one a little bit bigger. Just don't make them even all the way across. And then paint all that in. set of heels already. Ain't nothing to it. And then just keep doing that. I'm going to go ahead and shut the camera off, but just keep doing that. And I'm using a little filbert brush. That's what I'm doing. Just using a little filbert brush. It all depends on how many heels that you have in your painting, okay? I probably want to have about 3 rows of heels in mine, but you can paint as many as you want, okay? It's just that your first row of heels need to be lighter, and your last row of heels that you put in need to be the darkest of the... That gives that illusion of distance in your painting. Alright, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and I'm going to fill in this area right in here with some green, so I have a nice little field right back here. And just come in here. If you want to drop that little hill right there, something like that. And just keep going with it. And yeah, I'm just using some sap green, just straight sap green on this, and a little touch of yellow every now and then. See, this is what happens when you add yellow. See that yellow? And I'm just going to go ahead and fill all this in, all right? And you do the same, all right? Just make sure you use the sap green, some yellow, even some yellow ochre, and you know, to highlight your yellow, go back and forth, put some heels in every now and then, okay? And then I'll be right back. All right, finish that all up, okay? And I came right here at the very bottom, leave a few inches at the bottom. I did not tell you that, it's okay. But leave a few inches at the bottom. You still can come back in if you already painted all this green. You know, come back in, you know, a couple inches at the bottom, put some dark in, because as you get closer in a landscape painting, you see more detail. See, all this grass is way in the back. Now you can put some detail type grass into the foreground, which is down here at the bottom. This blue up here is nice and dry now, so I'm going to come up here. I'm going to put in some nice, very nice, very simple way to paint clouds. And just put some white paint on a brush, of course, and just come back and you can just tap. Okay? It just makes some very nice little cloud shapes. Very easy. Okay? And that's all I'm going to do for the cloud here. Put one up here. Something like that. And then you can come back with a nice dry brush and just brush these in a little bit. Get rid of the rough edges. And just smooth it out. Make them real nice and soft. Don't butter not too much because it'll all go away. Okay? And that's a very easy way of how to paint some clouds. Again, guys, I hope you can see it. Here's a glare because of that light, like I told you before. But hopefully, when I post it on YouTube, hopefully the glare will go away. But it's just a trial and error for me on my light up here. If it doesn't look good when it's posted, I just won't use it no more. Okay? All right. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in here, and these areas right in here, I want to put in some trees, like a little tree line going up this hill here. And all I'm going to use is this filbert brush, just using sap green, and just making little tree shapes. Something like that. And I'm just going to keep going right on down the line here. Just right on down the line. All right, and then I will be right back. Now, would like to say that, of course, I didn't go all the way over here with my heels. I got a spot right here that's open, and all this is open. But see, I know that I'm gonna put a tree. I'm gonna put a big old tree right here. All right, I'm probably gonna put one right here as well. So I ain't gonna worry about all that. And and because I know I'm gonna have a tree there, so why paint everything behind that tree? It's just a waste of paint. And I spoke about that before in my other videos. So I want to keep going here, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm about ready to make my trees here, and these are going to be, I guess you call them pine trees. What the trees I'm going to be making today, and I'm going to put one right about here. Something like that. And then I'm going to put one right over here to cover up this spot. Go right there. And all I'm using is plain old black, and maybe even a little touch of blue on my brush here. And I don't know, let's put another one. Cover that up. Something like that. Yeah. Looks alright. I'm going to put some branches on this tree while I'm at it. And I'm just going to continue using this same old brush. You can use your little one-liner brush. That works well. But I've already got paint on this brush, so I'm just going to go ahead and use it. And just... Now these pine trees, they normally have limbs that's going up. I guess. I'm not too good on naming trees. I can just paint them. And put a little sliver there. And these trees, they also can cover up mistakes that you have made in your painting. If you got something, you painted something, you don't like it, instead of trying to take it off with a rag or your palette knife and trying to scrape it off, think about that, and maybe all it needs is a tree right in front of it. Hey, I've done that many times myself. And just continue on making these little trees, the little branches and all, and I'll be right back. We'll come back here a little later and put in the bark. While these trees are dry, I'm going to come back in here and put in some grass. This black is dried now, so I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to do this in a different way. Normally, in my other videos, you see me tapping. Okay, this way, I'm going to have my brush upside down or facing down. And just come in here and touch it. And it'll give it more it actually looks like grass, kind of like growing up. I put some more yellow in here so you can see. Do a little bit too yellow. Come back in here. Some more of this. And just like that. Because I think sometimes when I paint my grass, when you go on like this, it looks like almost like it's mowed. The grass is mowed, and we all know in the wilderness grass ain't mowed, right? So yeah. So grass needs to be kind of tall. Tall grass. There you go. Like I said before, guys, I really can't talk, but I think I can paint. But talking, I never was good at that. There we go. Now it kind of looks, just like grass growing up. And there it is. I want to step back and take a look and see what I need to add. That's another thing, guys. You need to step back from your painting every now and then and take a look, see what you need to add, what you need to take away. Alright, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back and everything somewhat dried. I had to let my camera charge back up, so it's been about an hour and a half now. And this canvas is still just a little tacky. Still yet, that's how cold it is here in the southeast Georgia. But anyway, and I just got me a little color on my palette knife here, and I'm going to put in some bark. And there's many ways to put in bark, but I'm going to try it this way here, and just come right down with it. Any way you want to do this, it's fine. Something like that. Come over here and touch just a little bit of the black. Come right down here and this don't fight this. Meaning that let this right here just happen natural. I'll give it just let it fall where it may. Okay. There's that one done. Come over here and just let it slide right on down. And I'm going to work on this right here, and I'll be right back, okay? Alright, I got that all done. Now I'm going to come back in here, and I'm just going to put some leaves on these branches over here. And I'm going to use a fan brush to do this. And all you do here is just flick it in there. Just flick it. Turn the brush over, because you got paint on that side too. And when you were doing your trees, make sure that you come across the bark of the tree, the trunk of the tree, okay? And that's all there is to it to make little leaves like that. I'm going to do the rest over here on this other tree, and I'll be right back. Alright, I think I'm going to put something right here, kind of like to balance this out a little bit. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put another tree. And this tree is going to be kind of a, what do you call it? One of the trees that has leaves on it, a whole bunch of leaves. And I'm using that type of brush for this one. And I'm going to need some more paint. Alright, so I'm going to come right up here. Let me see where I want to hit, right here. And just drop in some nice big old leaves here. Yeah, I'm covering up that little tree line back there, but that's okay. That's alright. Now you need sometimes you put, green on top of green don't show, so you gotta do this in such a way that it will show. So that means, you have to put light color on it or dark color. Nice dark color here. Let's go on here like this. Like that. That's a big old tree. Right in here. Some of that dark. I like that dark right there. Just keep going back and forth with your dark color, light color. There. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a tree trunk in here and some branches and things. And what I did, I double loaded this brush. It's just a flathead brush. It's black on one side. You probably can't really tell. And the color of this tree bark. So I got it double loaded. That's what you call a double load. And then you just come up here and just put it in your tree trunk. And this big old tree probably got all kind of tree trunks in it. Put it in there and put another one here. Then come up here and just drop in some arms and just play around with this a little bit, and I'll be right back. Alright, I love this tree. I'm going to come back here to these trees here, mainly at the bottom of the trees. When you're doing trees or rocks or whatever like this right here, make sure you finish it up. Mainly at the bottom of the tree. Make sure, the tree looks like it's sitting into the ground, that it's not just laying on top of the grass, because it just don't look right. And one way you can do that, you can just add more grass, or you can do what I'm about to do. I'm going to put some bushes right here in front of these trees, and that will cover up the bottom of the tree. So that's just another thing, a little tidbit there, and to when you want something to get covered up, put bush there. And I'm just using some sap green here and some yellow ochre this time. Instead of the yellow that I've been using, I'll just use some yellow ochre. And come right up in here and just put in your little tree, or your little bush rather. Something like that. You might just want to use just plain old yellow ochre. Just fine. Something like that. Then come back with your sand green and just come in here and do another one. And something like that. See, now it covers up the bottom of the tree. Makes it look a little better. All right. I think right in here I'm going to add a few little rocks. Okay. And right down here below these trees to cover up them. And I'll just double load the brush again. I will make sure I have some black, white, and some blue for the highlight color of the rock, and just plain black for the bottom. And you just come right down in here and just put it in your rocks. Very easy way of doing some very nice rocks. Very nice. Come over here. Let's see, there's a big one right here. Ooh. Yeah. Nice big rock. I'm just going rock crazy right here, ain't I? Hey, they make a very nice little addition to your painting, these rocks, and you never know. It might be when you're out doing your arts and crafts shows that this painting here, just because you added those rocks, it might sell just because of that. It's happened. And I'm just going to do a few more, and I'll be done. Another thing I'm going to call this is finished, and I'll come back later and I'll add some grass right around those rocks and set them in to the grass here. And I hope you enjoyed this one, guys, and make sure you keep subscribing to that channel for me, and Escape Art by Scott, and hit that like button for me as much as you can. Okay, help me out with this. And right now, I believe, if I ain't mistaken, this is, I think, my 24th video that I've done. I'm still thinking that it's not enough videos to get out there into the public and to the world. That's why I'm only getting just a few views at a time. So I want to keep on doing these videos, and hopefully I can get some more views. I think I got 18 subscribers now. Appreciate you guys doing that. And share the video for me, and I hope you come back and see me again. Again, my name is Scott, and this is Escape Art by Scott. And until next time, guys, you guys have a good one out there.